Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay. Hi, Wade. Are you hopeful for something?
Well, before you zoomed in, we had that like camera that you have.
No, this is not quite the angle it was before. This is not like before. It was like
it's
legit.
Still I mean,
it's not that bad.
It's still honestly, a blowy camera.
I have.
It's like Wade cam now because that's what you look like whenever I'm standing by you.
Oh, okay. Let's just.
Oh,
this is the
you're
stream
like
now.
Height.
This is the stream now. This is what you've brought. This is what you've made it. It didn't have to be this.
I could do that too.
But this is okay. Let's please not.
I could too, but it's digital. It'll be like 360p.
I'm afraid I've got armpit sweat, so I don't want to reach up and touch my camera.
That means he does have armpit sweat.
Probably.
That's for you, ladies. That's for you. All right. So, hi everybody. How are we doing today? Good.
Yeah, we've been talking for like 35 minutes.
Silence for like a good 5 seconds.
35 minutes. First of all, you first showed up to the stream. Wade, the call. Wade kicked you out, and then Pat got here at like 5 of. So when you say 35 minutes, I think your math is bad.
I was streaming, to be fair. I brought a party with me.
You're good. You're good, Pat. I'm yelling at him, Florida man.
JP?
I'm on the lowest rung.
Oh, the fact that you both went to the same place.
Woo!
That's awesome. All right. So listen,
he's probably playing Pokemon Go right now. There's hurricane stuff going on.
There's a little announcement to make today, as I'm sure some of the people that are familiar with other stream that I do may have called out in chat.
For some of us, it's an average or above average announcement. For Scott, it's a little announcement.
It's a little announcement. I've integrated a new system into the game for chat to well, I suppose have a hand in how the game goes. I made this decision after watching Reena just suck for like 4 sessions straight. I was like, oh boy, chat needs to love Reena just a little bit more. She's so terrible. She needs it. She needs it. Oh man, she really needs it. So this is gonna be a little bit different from how you how maybe some people are familiar with how I do it over there, and I'm slowly integrating different options. So if everybody would like to, you can actually type the words !initiative, and that's going to tell you how many initiative you have from watching the stream. It's something that's coming from one of the bots that I set up. It's like a loyalty point system that comes in. Initiative will...
It didn't do shit.
Did you spell it wrong?
I don't think all these people are spelling it wrong.
Wait a second. I just...
Boo!
So
Boo!
Oh!
He's just trying to boost the number of comments.
All right, everyone get in the line. Get in the line for your
broke it.
initiative check. We can't all have you do this at once, so.
Have you guys ever like hurt yourself and you have to like ice your foot and you're like, I'm gonna wrap it in towel, but
I
you're not
broke
getting that
2
nice...
pinky toes since I started streaming and doing YouTube.
Why?
Oh, I think I was in a call when you broke your pinky toe, right?
One of them, Molly got me a voice changer for Christmas.
All you do is
type in knit.
Not voice changer.
I figured a lot of people didn't know how to spell initiative, so it's just INIT, exclamation point INIT. I just assumed people didn't know how to, so I just wanted to go on a limb and
Sorry, Wade,
do that.
you were rudely
I love
interrupted.
that everyone spelled it correctly, and they're like,
What was they talking
heck?
about?
Rudely interrupted.
So I had this little, it wasn't even a voice changer, it was like a little sound effect thing. So I'd press one, it would be like, I'd press another button, it'd be like, and Molly,
Soundboard.
One time I went over to Molly's like computer and I played that and I tried to like jokingly run away as I played it like I was Wile E. Coyote or something, being an asshole. And I ran smack into the fucking door frame with my pinky toe and just crunched it.
That sounds like a
Yeah. Yeah. The other time I was running up the stairs in my current home. I was running up a flight of stairs and my pinky toe caught one of the steps and the rest of my foot did not, and just
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Hey, I
didn't go to the doctor for either one, so I think that I didn't die from bone marrow poisoning, so I'm still alive.
Call that a win.
Unless this is purgatory or hell, which honestly, possible.
Well, Derb, you get to decide how much we suffer this evening. Finish in the description
we
that I
suffer
had.
through one really powerful rune.
No. So anyways, let me finish what I was saying before. So the way that it works is while you're watching the stream, you'll just collect a certain amount of initiative as you're watching the stream. You'll also sometimes see randomly appear on the screen a little chest. I'm eventually going to change that to not be a chest because I don't want you guys grabbing my
bag
chest.
Of coins. I just saw
Oh no, that's right. I did change it. I changed it to be the lost initiative bag of coins. Thanks. If you click that, you actually get some more initiative, so on and so forth. You can also get additional initiative by doing certain things, like if you sub, you get some initiative. If you gift sub, you get initiative. If you follow or raid or host, you actually get initiative for doing those as well.
One of those initiatives is not like the other. 0.176, 0.17, 606, 0.176.
I mean, that's the number of hours. That's not initiative.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the hour, that's the hour tracker.
It says initiative 600. One person is 606 initiative.
They gambled it all or something. Who knows?
Well, another way that you get initiative.
Didn't you
that's
just
Azrael.
implement it today?
Another way you get initiative is, like I said, if you sub or gift sub or so on and so
Sakari,
forth.
what have you
also,
done?
if you do, drop bits, just because the way that it works, it's in the increments of 100. You can't do any smaller increments than that. So increments of 100. So every 100 bits equals 100 initiative towards you. Walking into this, the first thing that we're doing is we're integrating a way for you guys to give luck dice to the party. That gives them additional D4s to add to any D20 roll. To be clear, D20 rolls only. They can do so before or after they roll the D20 roll before they know the results. You can also give me luck dice that I may use as well. And lastly, the thing that you can do is you can make it so that Reena or her friends can actually find ingredients for things like,
Like
the
runes.
potions. Well, potions. No, potion ingredients. No,
Runes.
potions.
Potions.
You said
Potion-
ingredients, which is an ingredient for a sword.
It specifically says herbs. It's
You know,
called
you get
like
the
find the
tutorial
herb.
every RPG video
I think
game
it's
you
called
play.
Find the Herb.
Fucking potions. That's
don't know.
tutorial level bullshit.
I don't know. Wade, would you count a rune as an ingredient for a sword?
Yes.
Well,
Thank you.
Guys, what is it called when you click on the thing on the stream? What is it actually called? It's called like find the herbs or something like that.
It's called the Daleric Dick Punch.
Hey, does Nightbot? I emailed Twitch. Did they actually get back to me? Let me trigger Nightbot. Drink.
Kelly
Yay!
has rolled. I want to point out, Kelly M has rolled 3 20s to get us runes.
I don't know who that
One
is.
last stream
So,
and 2 today.
I don't know who that is. So Nightbot is permanently oh, that makes me happy. So I can do toss. Toss. Woohoo! That makes me happy. All right, cool. All right.
Doesn't make Kelly
Ruined
happy.
this streak to
Who's Kelly?
69, I saw.
What's 69?
Kelly's the one that's been watching
The-
all
the
of your
coin
streams
toss.
since she found the channel.
I just don't know who that is. Is Kelly is that Messi?
No.
Is Kelly
That doesn't
Reena?
make sense.
No.
No.
Well, I hope you're happy. I gambled all my initiative away. Now I have 0.
Sorry, Kelly.
I mean, honestly,
Oh no, you lost all 4?
You lost initiative?
I was up 12.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Dude.
You guys,
Dude.
I'm submitting another sword this week. You guys just do your adventure without me.
He's like, I decided I don't want to.
I decide how good or bad the week is. I decide I'm gonna forge a steel sword. You guys go fight.
Okay.
Oh, look at Holy Lightbulb is trying to explain to me who Kelly isn't.
Woo,
Oh.
I just won 2 times.
Holy light bulb. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I
He's an
did.
asshole.
I just gambled.
Scott
You,
is
if
an
you,
a-hole.
any of you went to
12,
medical
baby.
school, when you go to medical school, they do teach you about like the
What the fuck?
intestinal tract and rectums. And if you look at the picture of a rectum, it's just Scott's face.
Not wrong. I went to medical school.
Who go?
Yeah.
I
went
still
to
have my books. I
medical
could
school
probably
for
find
Whatever
them.
you're doing, stop immediately.
No sphincter face. No, that was for you. I mean,
Sounds
you
like
asked
a
for
really bad Lady Gaga song.
it. Sphincter face.
The sphincter
Oh,
face, the
2 time
sphincter
again,
face.
dude. Hell yeah.
Ready to get out.
Sorry. Sorry. Okay.
All right, so anyways, hi. Are you guys ready to play the game?
Yeah, let's jump in.
Yeah, jump in.
Let's jump right into the news.
Curse
So
splash.
we roll initiative.
Whoa.
Everyone
Oh
only tricks
Jesus!
opening bottles.
Okay, I'm sorry because that luck is absolutely ridiculous. It's this roll for Scott to care about me. Oh my God, that's
That one you care about. The 320s to get a rune for the
that's
winter you
impressive.
don't.
I don't know who that
20.
is, Scott.
That's a 20.
Scott, I don't know who that is.
She hasn't even like excessively rolled either. Like this is like 4 legit 20s.
Oh, that's impressive. You see, Kylie rolled a natty 20 for me to care about them. Good job, Kylie. All right, so when last we left off, Wade sat there for 2 or 3 sessions doing absolutely nothing, bored out of his tree. Messi joined the party and subsequently got Reena almost killed. Reena decided to face off against an Alp in the middle of the night. She heard that
Yeah,
song.
that was her own decision.
She was like, in the middle of the night. And it got her like inspired to act now. And Dorian opened up a couple more doors, this time gently. And
That's not true. I kicked one in.
did you kick one this time?
I did.
I don't recall one being kicked.
Yeah, I kicked 2 doors in so far.
Oh, no. I meant last session.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Last
I
session.
debated, but I was like, no, there's no reason to.
Didn't you kick the barn doors open?
No, he opened them gently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doesn't
this
kicking
matters.
the barn doors open? Isn't that like a euphemism for something?
Oh, well. And then after that, you guys decided to go and meet up with Derb, where Derb's like, I've been working on the sword, keeping to my word. That's all I've got. It stops there. And then it was a matter of there were honestly there was 2 things that could be done in the interim. One was you guys can go and visit Messy's, and this would be much quicker than the other stuff. You guys can go and visit Messy's. I was saying Messy. What the character's name? It is. Let me look at it.
It's like
Imber.
Yotamel or something,
It's
right?
Imber.
Imber.
Imber. So it's Imber. You can go and check out his facility, his workshop area, while he's working on the sword a little bit. But it's where he's cutting people open and sewing them back up. While he's working on the sword a little bit, and then I honestly think that because clearly Atelia wants to make sure that she's appropriately prepared for her next standoff with the Alp or other creatures, she most likely will be going around and intentionally looking for some herbs or whatever it is, some ingredients to try to build up her supplies for potions. And we can actually get into what the potions rules are a little bit, which would be kind of fun too. So in the interim, to pick up where it left off, you guys went and saw Derb, and he was like, "Hey, you guys actually saw Derb."
I think it went inside Derb.
No, saw Derb.
Thinking of like Magic
We're
School
not
Bus
doing
kind of
lube all. We're
situation.
not doing lube all over again.
Oh,
okay?
no. This is Osmosis Jones style.
I have a vanilla milkshake.
Okay, if Kelly rolls one more natty 20, I'm just saying, like, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive.
You wasted a 20 for Scott to have a good day?
No, if Kelly rolls one more natural 20 before, I don't know, 9:30 p.m. my time, I think, oh Jesus, Jared got a 20. Is it broken? Did the bot break?
I got a 5.
Jared
I'll roll
never
again.
deserves a 20. Jared's
When
a terrible
the
person.
bot breaks, the chat will fall down.
See.
We'll roll Witcher,
Nope.
party,
broke
and
it.
all.
Yep, we broke it. It's not showing up.
All right. So, anyways, you guys, what did you want to do after you spoke to Derb, after you kind of like caught up on where things were left off? And obviously we discussed, Wade, that with what you have remaining to do with the sword, the second to last day of working on it, you can actually, if you wanted to, as long as you wrap it up the right way, you can travel over to the inn. The
What do you mean as long as you wrap it up the right? You're wanting me to roll again.
No.
Sounds like he wants you to
you don't
roll
have to
again.
roll at all. You've already succeeded. You don't have to do anything like that. Honestly. Okay, now you have to roll. Yep. Actually, you have to roll a charisma smithing check.
You have to talk the sword into jumping into your wraps. It's sentient
Freaking
now.
knew it.
So, anyways.
Derb's not gonna make any decisions because Derb hasn't.
So
Derb
no,
only
it's not,
spent 3 minutes with the party.
it's not you. It's because they've only been gone for what, 2 days. So it's day
Not
3.
you,
you're
it's
crafting.
me.
It's Reena and
not
crew.
you.
Are you guys? I imagine you wanted to go and check out the facility for what's his face there, Imber.
Imber. Yeah, that's my name.
Yeah,
Don't wear it
aren't
out.
I like very damaged?
Oh yeah, you're a little fucked up. So maybe you even want to like rest up for a day too. What condition are you in? Describe us. Describe, because you're also arriving back to Derb like late. Because you're like, run.
God, I don't even remember how
So I
many
imagine you
things
get-
happened, but I got really messed up. So
Is your health still fucked?
I think they healed me a bit after that.
Your
it was
total
a-
health though? Are you still down like?
Oh
30
no,
max
that's
health?
worn off now. So now I can go back to the max 45.
Okay.
But I'm only at like 22, and I think that's after the healing that they gave me, which isn't bad.
You could honestly spend an entire day just kind of like resting, try to gather your strength back up. You just have to stay.
Get my hit dice back.
Yeah, exactly. Try to stay at an inn around here rather than going back over there. So if you're going to spend an entire day resting, you won't just get back half your HD with hit dice. You can actually get an additional 1. So you get back 2 hit die for resting the entire day.
Okay.
But you're going to have to spend some of that hit die to heal, of course. So did you have 1 hit die coming into today? You didn't spend it yet, did you?
I have just 1, yeah.
Okay. So you're spending an entire day resting. We're more or less just going to flash forward an entire day unless there's anything that Dorian or Imber wanted to do. we're gonna flash forward an entire day. Over the course of that day, you're gonna have to heal up a bit. Why don't you just go ahead, because you can just assume you have 3 hit die right now. Why don't you go ahead and roll one of them? But before you actually roll it, Messy, I think there was something that you needed to introduce about your character.
Roll a 2. I think I've posted it in the chat like a million times. We just haven't been able to actually get a successful DC check on it. And oh no, the thing that we changed. That's right. You and I met. Okay, yeah, I was complaining about it last week. Scott and I met. We actually fixed my character, which is nice. But we didn't actually fix the wording, so the wording's the same. So we still have to fix that. We didn't.
It was one of my
epic, what a great reveal!
One of my epic driving chats.
Congrats on fixing your character that's not fixed.
Yeah, I'm so glad to know.
Yeah. No, well, we fixed him. I just didn't write it down.
You just didn't fix him.
Great, thank you for sharing that information with us. I don't think we could have moved on
well,
without that.
for Reena's sake, I'll just put this in there.
Does your character by chance have a rune?
For Reena's sake, you posted a small novel.
So yeah, I was gonna say you can totally shorthand that and incorporate the check into it to make life easier in the future. But
no,
for now,
that's a different thing. Sorry.
Okay. Yep. Bloop the thing that we discussed.
Can I fix it first?
Oh, or just to say it.
You don't have to fix it. Make Scott fix it.
Okay, Scott, you fix it.
No.
Up to 6. Wow. That's kind of awesome.
Okay, here's what it was. I don't remember exactly what we decided on, so I'll just let you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So let's see. Cure, remove. Oh, so you can more or less remove diseases, right? That's all it is.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you guys talked this over.
That's
and met
not
about
the
it.
one that we discussed. What it was is the other one, I'm pretty sure.
What are you talking about?
Why don't you just roll your medicine check and stop being useless?
Okay.
Kelly got another 20.
Where?
I literally
Where?
have
Roll for me to stop being anxious. Kelly M rolled a 20.
Oh my God. All right, Kelly, you're going to be the first person. Ooh, and you made your check. Kelly's natty 20 made Messy useful for once.
Yeah.
Oh, she does break all the curses.
Messy's rolled great. Only one of us has rolled bad.
Listen,
yeah, who could that be? Couldn't be me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out like that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Let's see, Reena. Oh, 2 natty 1s.
I felt that from here.
We don't need to review.
Feel it like right
We
in
don't-
this area, just a little burning sensation.
We don't need to review.
Only
It's
the most
fine.
important member of this crew is the one that can't roll well. No big
Scrolling
deal.
to see what other rolls Reena got.
Oh no, we don't have to relive it. Really, honestly,
Oh,
it's fine. So what happens next, Scott?
I don't know what you mean.
4. Oh, another one there.
Oh wait, because
Yikes.
Kelly got the 20 before Messy, does that mean we have to ban Messy from chat?
No, that's not. No.
We could unmod him and ban him real quick. I wouldn't mind.
No, we won't do that. We won't do that. I just gave
Make a vote.
I just gave Kelly 1,000 initiative.
We're all voting Messy. Say aye.
That was initiative. She wanted a rune.
Because I was mean to her. I gave her 1,000 initiative. All right.
She wanted a rune.
So back to you, Messy. So you you roll your medicine check. So can you actually describe how it is that you're looking after the Witcher to make sure that when she rolls her hit die, she actually foregoes and takes the maximum for however many she wants to spend? What's kind of like looking after? What kind of treatment do you actually provide for Atelia?
Well, I never went to med school in real life.
He said it.
Wait.
Don't put
Now
it.
I have to say it wrong.
No, wait.
Saying it wrong's my job.
Reena, you got scratched up
friends.
a bit, right?
No,
Just a
Rita's
tad,
fine.
You know, it's a flesh wound.
Rita didn't get attacked
okay.
at all, but Atelia did.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, Rena's at the bar.
She has something in, the side. Bad.
She parked her car in the
The
alleyway. If you know what I
alleyway
mean.
is just the alleyway is just not okay right now.
Yeah. After Tyler went back there and just.
That's true.
messed
I
up.
forgot Tyler was
what?
back there.
Anyway, so I would. He'd probably just start dressing your wounds normally, and then realize that you're a Witcher and you already know that he has magics, and then he would just like wave his hand and just remove the excess like blood and dirt and shit, and then he'd wrap it up for you and call it a day.
Well, thanks.
Yeah,
Wrap it up before you tap it up.
I wish I could use medical terminology, but
I'm not a real doctor.
Scalpel.
Reena,
I'm an IT.
can you roll me one HD real quick, please? Just so I can't remember what your maximum is. So if you just bloop it, we'll know.
12
just roll an
plus
HD.
3, right?
Yeah, just roll an HD. I just don't remember.
Useful plus 3.
Okay, so
At least she's
15.
rolling as good as always.
So you automatically, by spending 1, you automatically heal 15 health. What does that bring you to if you just healed to 15?
Oh, without his help?
No, with his help. With his help. If you just
With
use
my
1.
help.
Wait,
I don't
aren't
know
I?
what
Well,
you-
how much is he healing? Is that the 17? Is
No,
that what
you.
that was? Wait, what are you talking?
Okay, Rita,
No,
hold up,
you
hold up,
healing
hold up,
me.
hold up, hold up.
I'm
He doesn't
confused.
use an additional magical ability. What it is he makes it so when you roll it at HD, you don't actually roll it. You just take max. So you had how many
take
health points
50.
did you have 2 seconds ago? Was it 22?
22.
So 22 out of 45. So when he made that check, that meant that if you spent any HD, so let's just say you just spent 1, you automatically healed 15 rather than what you just rolled was 5, right? So you would have automatically healed 15 instead, which is awesome because it's the
that's max.
maximum. Correct. So your
Okay,
22
all right.
became 37. And so
Yeah.
you can choose, do I spend another HD tonight and just then, whatever, or do I just save that HD and maybe Pat can toss me 1 healing word today?
I don't want to spend it because I feel like I'm gonna need it.
You're gonna need it. So in which case,
To be
Pat,
honest.
you can totally toss her a healing word today. Some words of inspiration while you guys are hanging out for the
Now that
day.
a day's gone by, I should have all my spell slots back.
You'll
Yeah.
get it
Correct.
back,
Yeah,
too.
but like spamming it just kind of like breaks the.
I have all my spell slots back.
What's up?
Yeah, you have them all
Yes,
back.
you actually do have them all. But actually, I don't think you ever spent them. Come to think of it, you have all your mage powers.
All right, good.
Yeah. All those arcane powers. Pat, do you want to toss her a healing word?
Yeah.
And by the way, when we pick up the adventure, unless you're doing anything else today, you're totally just going to have those returned back to full again for you, Pat. Okay?
Okay, can I just cast it as a level 2 then?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't
You're very
like the
nice.
fact that there's a bag in that Nightbot command because it always just looks like there's 99 coins inside Reena instead of inside of her bag.
Hey,
Huh?
she's triple digits now. Cool, Reena, you heal
Oh,
8
I
more, so your 37 becomes exactly 45. So after 1 day of resting, you're fully healed. You just have 2 out of your 3. What are they called?
Hit die.
Hit die going into the next day. Awesome. And everybody else, I'm
thank
sure,
you.
is doing absolutely dandy, which is also great news. Again, throwing it to you two before we finish flashing forward to the next day, because you're just resting for a full day. Would the two of you do anything around this tourney area where you are, where the knights are practicing for their events that are coming up, and also just do a routine kind of like practice with one another? Or would you just kind of sit around the bar, have some drinks, play some music to more or less cover the cost of doing the drinking?
I probably wouldn't have done anything.
Probably wouldn't have. Okay, and Messy, would your character have kind of like gone back to the work that he was doing prior just to kind of like make sure that he wasn't falling behind on the tasks that he had promised to people or the people he was looking after?
Yeah.
Cool.
That makes sense.
Nope, and that's fine. And Derb just does
I'm gonna hammer the sword
Awesome. So
What size hammer?
above average.
that is day 3, day 4 of his crafting. This is the day where you guys, I imagine, want to go and check out actual Ember's area where he's kind of like working on people.
You
So
called it a facility. That sounds fancy.
facility. Go check out Ember's facility.
It's
So,
a meat house.
So during that day where you guys kind of like rested, I imagine you probably didn't even interact very much with one another, just actually because you don't know each other very well. It's like you're old friends. So actually enjoying a little bit of space apart, especially for the Witcher, is probably a bit of an isolationist.
Thank God, I feel like I've been with you guys nonstop.
Oh, don't worry. Dorian would definitely go help out, hang out with Derb because they are old friends.
Oh, does he
I
give
was
him
gonna say, I'd
advantage on
probably
any
be hanging
checks?
with you.
No. He doesn't give an advantage. It's a prolonged check what he's doing. So Reena, you the next day, I don't know how, let's kind of like pull it to you guys all meeting together in the morning and the conversation of leading over to go check out where he was actually doing the research, where he discovered the whole idea, what we talked about last session, that, oh, it's got a taste for you. So kind of like pulling it into that moment. This is the again, day 4 when you guys are waking up and meeting together that day. You can imagine the wizard probably doesn't eat too terribly much, having gone out and done a bit of exercise, maybe catching something in the morning. The bard may be hungover, maybe not. That's up to you there,
Probably
Patrick.
not. I probably wouldn't have been drinking.
Okay, but definitely tired because you have that weird sleeping schedule. And then your character, Messy, I imagine your character probably doesn't spend the night in his facility. He's probably having come downstairs from... He probably doesn't spend very many nights out right now either. So he probably would have come home right around sunset yesterday anyways, come back to this inn, and then crashed. So in the morning when you come downstairs, you see the others sitting down there, and It's kind of like one of those you're attracted to being at the same table together. Even Derb would be sitting there too. Hi, Wade. Even Derb would be sitting there too, knowing that he's already got the blacksmith is already kind of kicking up the hearth for the morning, kicking up the flames and everything for the day, for the work that he's going to do. So he's able to kind of like take a bit of a rest. So the four of you are sitting at the table trying to discuss what it is your next plan of action will be. I'll throw it to you guys at this.
That includes me.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Get ready to be excluded in the plans.
Derb was here and it was great, but fixing that sword, he's running late.
He runs away.
He just leaves.
Thanks for including me.
Goodbye.
The thought that counts,
That's
guys.
enough
It's the thought
inclusion
that
for
counts.
today.
You're welcome.
Morning, goodbye.
I don't think. I mean, we can imagine you guys caught Derb up to speed on some of the events that happened. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we basically
Shit.
gave you the rundown of it.
Dorian would probably be kind of like almost half awake. This would be kind of like what, early morning, late afternoon, almost early afternoon,
Morning.
morning. Okay, yeah, he would be extremely. You would be like, did you even sleep last night? Kind of a thing. You would be extremely. You would be extremely tired looking.
Are you ill?
What? Just like not listening at all.
Is he sick?
I don't know. Derb, where did Derb go? He was just
Right
here. Oh, did you not run off?
No.
Oh, I thought you ran off. I thought you actually ran off.
He was literally right there.
Wade bullshitting.
I would just say, no, I don't sleep often.
Me either.
Dorian here is not much of a fighter, but he knows how to pull an all-nighter.
How much
That I
progress were you
do.
able- Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's
How much progress were you able to make looking to you, Derb?
Oh, the progress is going oh so very great. Derb just needs a couple days.
stay up just a little late.
We're 2 days away on the sword. I can't remember how long. Is it 2 days on the sword?
Your today's day 4, so it's 3 days.
It's been 3 days since I started this.
Thanks for the heads up.
Okay.
Pat,
so a
there's an
couple days.
arm.
You know, I'll see it.
She just started laughing.
The food will be ready, and it's going very well. So you can send all those baddies back to hell. Listen, I'm not going to be Derb in like 3 weeks. Give me a break. I gotta get back into the...
I am looking forward to the new weapon. She'll say to you with like a nod, and then look to Imber. We could definitely use the days to better prepare.
Right. Yeah, there's some notes in my shop I should go over again.
I'd be interested to hear if you know anything else about this creature or others in the area. I'd also like to, I don't know, find some ingredients or some things that I could use. And she kind of drifts off there thinking.
When she says ingredients, what would that mean to us? Would we just think like normal, like go to the shop and buy some sugar?
I mean, the Witcher's potions are a legendary thing. You know what I mean? It's
Right,
not
we're all
known
aware of
how to
that.
make them. It's not
But
known that.
would we have known that's what she meant? Of her own
When she
potions?
says ingredients, the Dorian would definitely know. The other two probably not necessarily exactly that, but the Witcher potions are kind of a legendary thing that they do that. So what ingredients she needs and how to find them, that all depends on what it is that she's looking for. But unless
Right.
she's more specific,
I've spent a lot of time in this town, so when she says ingredients, oh, I know a place that's so very neat. You can buy your ingredients just up the street.
The place you found recently then.
Oh my God.
Well,
Kelly rolled
it's-
another nat 20. Oh my Jesus.
Yeah, Rita, you do sound quiet to us as well. If you want to bump yourself.
Oh,
It's pretty fine for me.
how about now?
Yeah, bump
Hey,
you up over
there's
here.
our
Better?
wisher.
Yeah, you sound more like
Same?
everybody else. Yeah. Now you're good.
Sorry.
It's too loud.
What? Just kidding.
I have a dumb question, Scott.
I have a smart answer.
How public knowledge is it of the Witcher schools and what they hold? You know what I mean? Like Geralt's was of mainly potion making, right?
No, actually, his is more about oils in this system.
Or
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like stuff like it was mainly about taking ingredients and making them into specific.
It's
kinds of
not
things,
very
right?
public, just because
Okay,
most people don't
That's what I
know.
was
It's like
wondering is we don't even know what Rena's school is.
it's
If
so
she's- if
you
she's
would
been to a school.
you being a bard. I'm just giving you the freebie. You would know about like the more local ones, but hers you would know dick about because it's
Right.
it's so removed from here.
Okay.
It's really you kind of like learn what you learn
Well, that's
through
a conversation
Reena.
we haven't even had yet. We've seen her crest of, I believe, it's a scorpion, right?
I haven't.
Manticore,
Derb's a
Manticore.
virgin.
Manticore, yeah.
But we don't know
Oh, crest.
anything about it.
Yes, wait.
It's
Sorry.
a medallion she wears. I mean, it's likely that some of these ingredients would be at the market that he's talking
Yeah,
about.
if you need flour, sugar, eggs, milk.
White
honey.
vinegar is one. You know what I mean? Like that's probably there.
Virgins are probably there. You could sacrifice them too.
Or Derb. If he was a virgin at 84 years old, that's sad.
And tendons too, huh? We'll probably
Roll for
find that. It's
virginity.
got
Yep.
some, like-
At like a butcher and stuff like that. Absolutely,
Yeah.
you can. Yep,
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
sure.
Charisma check, Wade, to see how virginous you are.
Oh, I roll.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Maybe a
Oh,
little bit.
we didn't add a command roll for hot, did we? We should probably add a roll for hot.
Oh
because,
yeah.
Derb may have sheathed a lot of swords, but he's never sheathed his own.
Oh my
Oh
God.
Jesus Christ!
What is-
So-
Moving on.
Sorry.
Moving on. Okay, you're done with that one. You're
Swords a lot of blades, but he's
Listen,
never-
Wade's getting muted. Okay, he's out. Jesus. All right.
He's
Sorry.
never been on a lot of dates. Kind of rhymes. Have fun.
All right. So, Reena, so when you talk about going to get ingredients and whatnot, you could, of course, say, oh, you know, why don't I go see if I can compile a list of things that we can maybe get our hands on? And
Yeah.
and he had mentioned heading to the shop. Wade, obviously, you're going to point the direction to which way that she's able to go and start finding stuff. Did you have an idea of anything else that you needed to talk to them about before they end up leaving you for a short period? Short period, guys. No more than half the session. Then we got to get Derb back. But if we go the whole session, it'll be funny.
If you guys were talking about leaving, like actually leaving the inn, Dorian would just say, "I'll catch up in a couple hours. I need to try to sleep," and he would probably try to head back upstairs and try to sleep, get a little shut eye.
Perfect. That makes me so happy. Thank you, sir.
Is this the last day?
I figured you would
need
want
to-
one less person causing issues. So
No, just one less person rolling the diplomacy checks for bartering for stuff.
Diplomacy.
Now I gotta pay full
that's
price for
everybody?
everything. Yay.
Oh.
the best person to persuade people too.
Yep. What were
Thank
you
God I'm not going with you guys with my 26 gold. 'Cause we bought we bought horses. That's right. We bought
Oh.
Shimmerdick and Michelangelo. What were their names?
Jesus
What?
Christ.
I forgot the names of our horses.
I don't think
forgot the
any
names
of
of
them.
our
Short bit.
horses.
Oh, I had short bit.
Oh, Reena, I
you
gotta make
named-
Dune. Reena, I gotta make Dune available to you.
Yes,
What
please.
was my name for my horse, Wade? You named it. What was it?
Fuck,
It
dude.
was like mayo butt cleavage or something.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I forgot
something
about
like
the
that.
butt cleavage.
Did
Whoa.
I name?
Lubina.
Lubina. Thank you,
Lubina.
Chad.
Oh no!
Butt cleavage?
Is this
I
the
knew
last
mayonnaise
day?
had something to do with it.
Mayonnaise?
Is this the last day that I have to be at this forge, Scott?
No, not yet. No, you have two days. Today and tomorrow, are the last day, and then you can finish the rest on the road and whatnot.
Okay.
Reena, what
I
was
would just make them aware of that fact.
perfect?
Only Reena and I would go shopping?
Yeah, which is fine because that also means just the two of you are heading to your location, which makes sense. Reena, was there something I can't remember
the
what was
Witcher by yourself?
unique? What was unique about Dune?
What was unique about Dune?
Yeah, you got
Like-
something unique about him.
I think I just described what he
He was a
looked
magic
like.
horse.
No, there was
Yeah,
something that
super
made him.
fast.
There's something that made him better than the other horses. I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
Yeah, plus
either.
1 to all skill checks.
I you said he had like socks.
Yeah, yeah, he does have socks. That's why we were gonna call him Boot.
Why did I think that one of us
That's
had a
just
horse named
descriptor wise. Like I don't remember which horse we chose.
Did you
I
have a warhorse, Reno?
Because it's no, we
No,
did
you're
not
riding
get war
horse.
horses because it's just a regular riding horse. But
I
I
have
think
a
I
war
chose
pony.
the faster one.
I thought Wade had a war pony.
Yeah.
Wade has a
War
war
pony. Yeah,
It's almost as good as the shittiest horse.
it's the faster horse, Scott.
Gotcha. Just slightly faster. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe Joey. Yeah. When
Joey's.
anything Joey says, I just have to accept.
I won't lie, Joey is pretty friggin' on point when it comes to memorizing things, unless it's against what I'm doing. In which case, fuck you, Joey. So, what were we saying? So you guys are gonna go and head out to literally to the local shops to see if you can try to find some ingredients. Reena already has the list pulled up next to her. Messy probably wants to pull it up too to see what ingredients you can find. And to be clear, some of these ingredients, as Reena has pointed out, are pretty easy for Atelia to get her hands on. It was things like white vinegar are not very difficult to grab. Things like white vinegar. What else did you mention? The
Oh
tendons?
yeah, pointing to the
Tendons,
local
yeah.
store was actually helpful.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
oh, yeah.
legitimately,
Definitely.
like, it actually made Reena go,
It
oh
did.
yeah, I can do that, can't you? Can I?
Well, I was looking at the list because I wasn't sure like how available some of these ingredients would be, but it turns out they're pretty available.
It
Thank
depends
God
depending on what
Derb
they
likes
are.
to put some sugar on his.
Pour
Porridge.
some sugar on me. So, Reena, how do you want to do this? Do you want to go down the list of what looks relatively easy to get your hands on? Or do you want to go, no, these are potions I want to craft. Let me focus on the ingredients I can get.
I think I'd rather do it by potion because that's kind of what I was basing some of those ingredients off of.
Cool. So, explaining some of the rules to the viewers here and to the other PCs, really. Your character can take a maximum toxicity of 5 before things start to get really bad for you. And your potions, depending on what you're drinking, has anywhere between 1 to 3 toxicity that it adds to your character until you take a short rest to give you that reboot. So, that being said, clearly the best potion for you is going to be...
The white Rafford.
Oh, funny enough, I was actually going to say Thunderbolt because it jacks your strength to a 21 for an hour. But White Rafford's is really good for staying alive.
It's also got a low toxicity, which is why I was like, yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, definitely. So which would you focus on first?
Definitely the healing potion first.
Okay. So looking at that first, then what you're going to need to grab your hands on. So let's assume you needed to have the ingredients to make 3 of them in case you wanted to have those on hand, right? That means you're going to want to end up grabbing for yourself 3 vitriol, a total of 6 hydranium.
Yes.
I always pronounce this wrong.
Hydranum? Hydranum.
Hydrangeum. Yeah, because there's a GE in there.
Okay.
How
Oh,
strange
there's
of
that.
them.
Okay.
And then lastly,
Yes, that.
And lastly,
3.
three rebus. So looking at rebus is actually kind of easy to get your hands on as well. If you go to the butcher, you can get your hands on some beast
The
liver.
liver.
Yep. The white vinegar is easy to get your hands on, and
Yes.
the other ones where it gets a little bit more difficult. Oh no, tendons. There you
It's
go.
the tendons. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. That's what I was gonna say. It's like that's why I saw it on that one. So
Yeah, so so you and considering you can use vinegar for parts for as a way to help do preservation on stuff because it literally vinegar can burn away the outside of meats, kind of like how citrus can. So it actually can be found at a butcher shop as well. So you're literally going to a butcher shop to buy yourself some vinegar and some tendons and
meat.
some liver. Nice.
yeah,
Don't you have that stuff from the horse?
No, that's
No.
not. Yeah, she needs like more specific. Yeah,
I do have something from
Like
the
quality.
horse, but that's just the beast liver,
the one liver. Yeah.
the one liver. So I guess I only need 2 technically.
Yeah, because it's not like she just grabs the liver. She also has to break it down the right way and so on and so forth. There's like a lot of work that goes to it. So anyways,
God, I had one dumb question.
sure.
It made me think, just in a random fight or flight kind of thing. If one of us, like, Messi or Wade or I, just drank one of Reena's potions, what would happen?
It's a poison.
Because I know not all of which potions are poisonous to people, but we're not human.
Again, it's a poison, so you would take a lot of damage and have to make lots of saves. If you drank enough of it, it could kill you.
Okay.
Yeah, it is very poisonous, and I know it's not citric acid. I said like what you can do with citric acids to Eddie. Anyway, so yes.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Just thought
It
about
would
hey.
it would be bad. On the flip side of that, because Reena's school, the reason why she chose to be from the Manticore school, gives her the focus of working on things like potions. She could actually make weaker versions of these potions for you guys to use as well. So whereas when she rolls a healing potion, for her to heal, hold on, clicking on it, when she drinks one of her healing potions, she heals 4d4 plus 4. I think when she makes one for you guys, I think it does 2d4 plus 2.
At the cost of meeting a checkpoint for like survival or something, or is it just
No,
that
you just
class?
you heal. Yeah, you heal.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a D&D 5e healing potion. She just makes a weaker
just make it
version for you.
differently.
Exactly, yeah. And again, like the ones that she makes for you, they're there's like a shelf life to these things, so on and so forth. So it's not like you could sit around forever. But she actually, part of her school is she makes this other type of potion as well. All right, so Reena, getting your hands on exactly what you were just saying there. 6 white vinegars, 3 white vinegars, 3
2
livers.
beef liver.
Sorry, 2 livers because you already have one, and
then
6 of the
6.
tendons. You absolutely can do that. And again, what you notice, Messy, when your character goes in there, she doesn't just grab livers. She's actually has to kind of like hand select through the livers, find the quality ones, so on and so forth. And there's no checks for this, Reena. You just know what to look for. You know what to find. You can acquire it. We'll worry about the cost in a minute. Were there any other ingredients you're hoping to get your hands on? So you have your white Raffords for 3 of those. Do you want to try to make up some other potions there that are important to you?
I'll tell you, you don't need
Who?
any kind of rare plants, do you?
Do I? Probably. I'm going to say yes because I think there's a lot of things that are probably
Like
a little bit more rare.
roses.
There are some that I think that would probably be more common that I was actually going to ask you, Scott, if when we're traveling, I don't know if I like would need to make a check to just kind of look to see like an investigation or something or survival maybe, but like mistletoe, for example, you know, can be found
Who's that for?
on trees or whatever.
For
So,
Reena.
things like that, absolutely.
It's just for me.
Things
yeah,
like that,
the
absolutely.
bartender.
And Reena, if I remember correctly, you're not very good at nature checks, which is why you have, I think, 2 party members that are good
But
at
I
nature
have
good
like
checks.
at nature.
survival.
Yeah, but so survival's going to help you with a lot of other stuff, like finding your way, if there's a tracking, finding your way through the woods, breaking down animals, stuff like that. Sure, but identifying the different plants, which as a witcher you can relatively do, but your friends can help you do that as well with their nature checks.
Okay.
So this is
Except I'm
something.
never around. I'm kind of like my dad.
You will be soon. So wow, Wade. Okay, so
Merry Christmas.
We're gonna have the best milk when he comes back, though.
oh man.
He's
Oh
only
my
20 years
God.
late.
Wait,
It'll be good.
are you saying daddy milk? Because
So
Sorry, I was reliving my past traumas. Did you just ask me a question?
it was sexual.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yeah, let's just. So, do you need plants?
I mean, anything
Is there a
you're willing
particular
to part
plant?
with.
Is there a particular
Yeah,
plant?
there's one in particular. Hang on, let me look. Probably.
Don't roll for daddy's milk, please. Stop doing that.
Oh God.
Thankfully, it was a 5.
Something either I guess there's several. So what about like hellebore petals? Seems like the not so common plant. I'd have to look it up though.
So my apologies. Are you trying to look for Albedo Negredo or
Yes, that's what I'm
Rubido? Ah, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Cool. So for those of you again that never played the Witcher series, but
Yeah, what is libido?
or if you did know, or if you did play the series, you might remember there are 6 primary ingredients. Oh, why did I do that wrong on the thing? There are
I think it has
6
to do with driving.
There are 6 primary ingredients in the game. When you come across those ingredients, you use them for making your different potions. There's also secondary ingredients. So some of the primary ingredients, whether it be like Quabrith or Aether, whatever it is, might have a secondary ingredient, Albedo, Negredo, or Rubido. If you make a potion with all the ingredients that has the same secondary ingredients across the board as an additional effect. That sounds a little bit complicated just by hearing, but the short version is Reena can easily make, as she mentioned, a white Rafford's a healing potion. But if she made a healing potion where all those ingredients also happen to have an additional effect of being Rubido, not only does it heal her then, it actually gives her a heal over time ability, which actually heals an additional D6 every 10 minutes for an hour. Like that's like a powerful secondary effect by being selective about the ingredients she uses to craft it, which is cool. Super cool.
And as you described it previously, correct me if I'm wrong. If I have like 2 of the 3 ingredients needed, but then the third one is a Libido instead of what it calls for, does that still count?
You have to have all of the ingredients. It's got to be all 3
have to be. Okay, I think I asked you this.
Or all 5 or so and so forth. Yep, you did. Cool. So
you just make a really tiny version of the potion with less. It's like you make more cookies by doubling the batch. You make less potion by having the batch.
I'll
like
have
half
your
the
batch.
What?
You never
Make
baked
less.
cookies before?
I do all the time, actually.
By doubling the batch.
Yeah, you double your ingredients. You make double the batch of cookies.
But
No, that is what he said. Wade said it correctly.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll take you guys' word for it.
Suck my long bit.
It's a little bit, right? Or small bit.
That's my horse, you sicko. You stay away.
Sick fuck.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
You can
Moving
suck my war pony.
Moving on. So, Reena, would you be? You're saying you want him to try to help find which one was it? Hellbore.
Hellbore petals. I guess I'd need like, what, 4? Is that right? 4 of those if I wanted the white Rafford, let's say.
Yeah. If you wanted to get yourself on some hellbore petals, something like this are usually found kind of out. Somewhat removed from where, because the temperament of them growing, they're usually not grown where there's a lot of foot traffic, so you're not going to find them in or around a city. You're going to find it where it's a bit quieter. So it is possible that what's his face there, Messy, would have found that. Messy, to see if you would even know what they are, why don't you go ahead and roll me a nature check?
I thought Messi was one of the guards. Isn't he Ingrimit? Imber?
What do you say?
I was gonna say, could I do that?
If you know what it is, you absolutely can.
Oh, so you're checking to see if I know what it is first. Gotcha. Well, I happen to suck balls at nature.
You unfortunately don't know what it is, so you'd have to either see it, have it in your hand, or have a very, very, very good description, like an image. You know what I mean?
Me about it. I'm at the forge.
Maybe I can find a book on plants.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. This is what we do because your character's so good at crafting and plants, Wade. We have your character craft a sword, and it's an image of all the different plants along both sides of the blade.
The rare ones.
Yeah, with like a yeah. So he's like, wait, what do you need? I know where it is.
That's
Done.
It's like a paper
200 miles
origami
from here.
sword that fits in a book. but
Apparently, I
also
can make a
extends into
shitty
the
sword in like 2 days, so I could make like a useless blade that just has some like drawings on it, probably. Yeah.
Can I ask him about another one? Just have him roll.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Go
I'll
ahead.
just roll another nature check.
I mean, obviously you're not going to go crazy with it, but yeah, absolutely sure.
No, I mean, yeah, she'd probably ask like 1 or 2, and then
Sure, go ahead.
be like, okay. he
Oh, I can
probably
help you
does
find a
or
rare
doesn't
plant.
know.
Oh, cool. Can you help me
the
find this one?
Sawant
No.
mushrooms. Is that
Well,
one?
Yeah.
No.
So you ask him like, oh, do you know what hellbore flowers are or whatever? And he's like, no, I don't. Messy, roll me one more nature check.
Come on, 11.
Again, it's one of those ones where no, but probably because this stuff grows in sewers, and the area you are right now doesn't have sewers. You have to go to the actual the capital to find a place that has sewers, and it grows in caves and stuff like that. This kind of mushroom. So your better bet is if you're like, do you know what this is? And he says no, you might be like, do you know where caves are?
Yeah.
And even to answer that question, Dorian would be a better bet because he actually grew up here. So
Oh.
He's
Okay.
sleeping.
Can help me
But you
find
know
this
where to
plant?
find me.
No, I can't. Can you help me find this plant? No, I can't. Can you help
Do
me
you know
find
where
a cave?
caves are? No.
No,
No.
I don't.
I have a random question.
Well, what do you
Scott.
know?
I have random
I
answers.
don't know. Anything.
What is life? Answer randomly.
Life is
Good. That was a good.
Pain.
I have a specific question.
Life is pain. Anybody who tells you otherwise is selling something.
Too soon. Too
I
real.
thought this was
but
for
okay.
random.
Specific question now. Yeah, no,
Life
I was
is
expecting an answer that
42.
wasn't related. Being as I rolled so well forging the sword, I rolled a nat 20 forging the sword.
Jesus
the
Christ, I've
blade's
heard
turning
this
out
so
well.
many times. God. We'll eventually get to it if we get back to the game, Wade.
Is
Go
my
ahead.
relationship with the forge people, because there was a guy helping me with it that wanted to see how I forged, but being as the blade came out like perfectly, do I have like a better relation with this guy, or does anything happen with that? Does
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy be like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I'm gonna have you role play with that guy as well. I'm not gonna completely forget
Oh,
about
I
you.
can't
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. But let's get the shit done first, Wade. We're on a time limit here. wasting it talking to me when I want you to talk to me later when nobody's watching.
Can I listen?
Yes.
You can pretend to be. You can role play as me.
Okay.
That way you can talk to Scott and I can fucking leave.
Oh, no. He can roleplay as Wade. I'm going to talk to Derb. Give me that long bit.
All right, I'm gonna razor.
Okay.
Your eyes or mine?
He's going to shave. He's going to get ready.
Oh.
Moving on. So, Reena, also, by the way, for Libido, you also have Alp Fangs. I don't know if you noticed that before.
Sorry.
What? I have that?
No. If you killed the Alp Fangs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. No. I saw that.
Yes or no? Make a
Coming
decision.
nicely.
So,
Yes.
So was there anything else you're going to try to, because he didn't know what these things are. Was there anything
I
else you wanted to
guess
try to?
The last thing, not ingredient wise, I might talk a little bit more about the weapon, and ask him if he knows what a rune is.
Oh God.
I don't know if he does. Do you even have training in
He
Arcana?
has one. He has to know what it is.
I don't have Arcana.
I cannot wait
he would-
for this roll.
He would not know. He just won't know.
Oh, okay.
He has no formal training in that kind of stuff.
Useless. I'm the fucking worst. Hey, I
Where
can
does
help
the
you.
shit
Really?
flow in this
No,
town so
but-
she can find her ass plant?
I don't
It
know.
makes sense to the Witcher though, because when she's like, "Do you know what a rune is?" and he's like, "No," it makes sense because you know that sources are people that are born with almost like an affliction with the magic in their blood. They can't really control it. The fact that he has a degree of control shows something about his character. You know,
Did you know I'm a source?
Yeah. You use
Okay.
magic.
she
Well,
vibrates
yeah.
when you're
Not
around.
these things.
Well.
Not like that. It's not like that.
That's not how I meant
We're
it.
just friends, Scott.
That's a monk of TOS, dude. Hold on.
I haven't even rolled for hot yet. I could be a 1.
Papega, let's do it.
Did you
That's
did you
okay.
make the command?
There's no command.
Oh man.
Is it 3d4?
Why are you rolling 3d4?
Isn't that roll for hot? Is it 3d4?
Oh, 3d6 is the other. No, we just do 1d20 here. Nobody else knows what GURPS or Fantasy Ages.
That's
No one
scary.
cares about GURPS.
I'm gonna
It's
wait
the
on that.
sounding word like mustard.
Do you like Fallout?
Like nuclear fallout? Why do I like that? That sounds horrible.
Fallout by Bethesda?
Never played it. I played 3 and New Vegas and 4 and 76 though.
You talking about Microsoft Bethesda?
So all of that would be Fallout, yes.
I think that is Microsoft's
It did
Bethesda,
prior
yeah.
to 76 coming out. Now I don't know so much.
And Fallout is based off of the GURPS system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone makes mistakes.
It was a mistake for them, but that's fine. So you don't need to roll for hot, sir. You don't have to roll for hot. Can we move along, Reena? Are you ready? If you're not looking for any more ingredients,
Done. She found her plants.
can I take your money?
I mean, yeah, that's all I'm looking for right now, unless something catches my eye.
Why
She will be actively looking.
don't you go ahead and roll me a persuasion check?
Is this the butcher shop still? So could it be like a
How is your
centaur's ass?
persuasion?
It's not great. How's yours?
Go ahead, Reena. Roll your persuasion check.
Good.
He has to know that you're bad before he can offer to do for you in the future. And you did okay.
A minus
Not bad.
1.
What?
You did okay, Reena.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
your best roll of the entire like last 3
That's
weeks.
what I'm saying.
So while you're in there having a conversation with the shop owner, blah 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 blah, you actually are able to purchase all these ingredients that we just discussed. It wasn't expensive at all. It was 12 gold. So
Oof, that's
Yeah.
half my gold.
All right.
it was not very expensive, and that's because again
Like
you're not
one leg of your war pony.
you're not just grabbing random tendons. You're hand selecting. You're going over to an area where tendons might still be attached. You're asking them to butcher off those specific ones. You're actually being very selective to make sure that it has the potency that you need. Otherwise, you just grab like a bunch of like stringy shit out of the trash can and walk out because you know.
Yeah.
Either way, you guys are able to head out of there. And again, you had mentioned that you wanted to head to Ember's facility to go and check on like the notes and whatnot he has there. As you're walking towards the facility, which isn't a crazy long walk, it's actually pretty nearby to this area over here. One of the things that you notice along the way is that the this area does seem to be not so densely populated. There aren't a lot of people that live around here right outside the tourney area if they weren't actively inside the tournament spot, which is pretty empty. It's like at 8% capacity of what it can hold over here anyways. It's pretty friggin' quiet out here. So there are not a lot of people that happen to live in the region. As you're making your way over to where his facility is, you notice that what you're walking towards is an old beat up barn, actually not far off from the farmhouse, which is in pretty good shape, and a rather new, less than year old barn that is on what looks like the same property that's there. When I say old beat up barn, you've probably, I don't know, you live in, maybe you don't have barns in Arizona. I don't know. You live in a weird place, but it's one of those really old barns on the property where it's kind of like leaning off to the side. It has like almost 30-degree lean to it off of the side. It's
Wondering
like one of
how
those.
it's still standing.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this. It's a good thing it's got strong supports on the inside. Back when a 6x6 was actually 6x6 and not 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. So you go in there and as you're walking into the place, all the wood in there is so rotted. It has that kind of like smell of wood that's rotted. Anyways, inside the area that's in there, he's clearly cleaned out like a spot and taken some pretty beat up old tables and cleaned them off and not really works them down. The tables are absolutely awful, but he's draped fabric over the tables so that he could have bits of equipment and whatnot on there. You can see
that'll do.
You can see in a pile, like one of the old stalls that were in there that's clearly not used, is literally a pile of old rags and tablecloths and whatnot that he's had to use as for patients to sit on and for rags that he's used to bandage wounds and change out bandages and whatnot. And it's like, oh, there's a bunch of old just rotting stuff in that corner over there. That's great. But there's not anywhere else for him to put it. So what are you going to do? Messy, of course, your character has in mind, I'll get to burning those soon. Either way, when you walk in, this place, while the facility is not the best location that one might hope for, he actually has about as good of his equipment as you could hope for him to have, given the situation. He actually has decent stuff there for a practicing physician, if you want to call it that. It's his equipment that he has is actually made out of steel, but maybe a little bit of rust on it. Is actually made out of is well maintained, all things considered. And you can kind of go in there. You also see that off of one of the tables he has, there are little bits of specimens or samples of stuff that he's been able to collect from just kind of helping out the different people and trying to identify the different wounds that they've had along the way. As soon as you walk in there, Reena, walking about, why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Sorry, I wasn't expecting guests.
You invited me here.
Yeah, but I haven't been here.
I don't really notice.
So as you're walking around, you just kind of see the different stuff that he has collected there, but maybe because the state of what it was that he had of the items that they were as they pulled them out of the people, or the way that he had extracted it, whatever it might be, or the condition of what it was extracted, you can't really identify what these different things are. Anyways, this is the facility. He makes his line. I don't know how she responds.
She'd be taking a couple steps in, look around, turn back to look at him, just kind of giving him a. Is there somewhere we can kind of looking and gesturing around work?
Scott, read my DM.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were messaging me. I don't
Basically
usually keep that up.
For his
Well,
notes
yeah,
or information he's got.
Yep, you're good. You're good.
Yes. Pog. Okay. So he'd take off his coat and kind of he'd be holding it up.
Is there somewhere we can work?
He'd be like, oh. Sure, we can, I just laid down the fabrics. We could use those tables, just spread out the papers. And he just drops his coat on the floor. And then he walks over towards his notes. And he starts digging through it. And he's like, oh, since you were up, could you let Rayhan out? He's in that cage.
I'll look to where he's gesturing. Yeah.
You walk over to the corner where it is, and you can see there's actually an owl inside of a cage. The cage is not, it's not like this is friggin' Hermione's, well-formed cage. It's a bit of a makeshift cage that he's working with what he has there. You imagine it's usually used for a dog that's maybe being punished because it's misbehaved, and like kind of like a kennel sort of cage, which is a good amount of space for the owl. As for the owl's description, I'm going to leave that to you, Messy. I said, Hermione, do you want it to be a snowy
Thought it'd be
owl?
a hoot.
I'm out.
No, it's not a.
I'm out.
An
It's-
actual
it's,
barn owl.
Yeah, it's like a small barn owl. I wouldn't even say it's a foot. I don't.
No,
Are
it's an
they
owl,
called
not
little
a foot.
owls? I
Owl,
don't know
not a
what they're
foot.
called.
Yeah.
Are they called little owls? Does
They're
anyone
probably
know?
called owls.
Don't know off the top of my head
No one saying anything.
Don't know off the top of your head what.
what they're
I
called.
was called a little
it's just
owl.
I mean, barn owls can be.
Hold on, a
really
small
large.
owl? You talking about
It's
the
not an owlet.
peregrine owls, like the little guys?
I think that's a rowlet.
Peregrine? Let me look it up.
Isn't that peregrine owls? Aren't those the little guys?
That's a
The little
falcon.
owlito.
Oh, peregrine falcon. That's right. That's like the highest speed falcon. That's right. They like have a crazy dive speed or something like that.
That's not.
A miniature owl.
That's not it.
How did you not know this in advance, sir? It's literally called little owl. The little
When I
owl is a
Googled it,
bird
it
that
said little owl.
yeah, it's
Oh,
literally called.
little
Okay, so it's
foot.
called little
Oh,
owl.
it's actually
Okay,
called a
great.
little owl. Okay.
It's 6 ounces, man.
Okay, so it's a little owl.
6 ounces of owl.
Athene
Small
noctua. Go ahead.
Elf owl? Wait, what is an elf owl? That sounds badass.
Oh Jesus.
Sounds fake.
Okay, is
half a
it the brown with the white
That's
spots?
okay. That's a lot small. That's 1.4 ounces.
Okay.
I am confused on
Whoa.
Scott saying Hermione's owl because I don't think she had an owl.
She
Hermione
didn't.
had. Oh, that was Harry Potter's.
She had a
Adam.
cat.
She had the stupid cat. I
Craw-
hate cats.
Hedwig
Craw-
was the owl,
Crawshanks?
but-
Yeah, Hedwig was the owl.
Crackshanks?
Yeah,
What was
she had the
called?
stupid cat. I don't know.
Something Shanks.
The
Ron
cat
had
should have
the
eaten
little
the
rat.
rat. The
Gabbard
cat
or
should have
whatever.
eaten the rat and then choked on it and died.
The rat
Ron
was
kept
not
a person
actually.
in a cage for years.
You
That's an
realize the
opinion.
rat wasn't actually.
No, I know. That's why I should have eaten the rat. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a little owl, and it's got it looks it's got regular like the brown, white, black owl feathers, but its feet and claws are red, like a crab shell, red.
Oh, like really red?
Yeah, pretty bright red.
It has the top of an owl, but the legs of a crab.
Yes, exactly.
It's
But
a
it's a bird.
crowd.
It's owl legs, but it looks it's crab.
It's a crowl.
Do I know anything about this, Scott?
About the owl?
Yeah. Well, no, like the discoloration of the legs, like he's saying.
I mean, you're not a zoologist, so
I'm just wondering. I don't know.
roll a nature check.
Okay.
Hoot,
Zoologist?
pinch, hoot, pinch.
I'm good at those.
No, you do not.
Okay. Cool.
I can
Anyway,
fly and swim.
What is? I guess I would go to let the owl out.
Yeah, let him out.
Don't get too close; it'll pinch you.
I open
Dumbass,
the-
I got you right. Watch you. It's
If
actually got a
I open
scorpion
it,
tail.
What happens? Open the door. It just like flies out, or
It takes a couple
sat there.
couple hops forward, and then would end up like hopping to the edge of the cage, and then climbing around the cage and on top of it.
Aw.
And then it uses fire
Can I
blast.
put my hand out to see if it'll climb out of my hand?
It eats your entire hand whole.
Damn.
No.
Should
No,
have
no, no.
warned you.
There's that.
Oh well, good campaign, guys.
What's
Yeah.
what's its temperament, Messy?
Oh, thank you.
Shy.
Okay, so
Like,
then
it's like,
you put your hand out. It takes a couple hops backwards.
it's less dramatic.
Oh, he only really likes me. Here's my notes.
She doesn't
lay
like
these
you.
out on the table.
Messi doesn't like you either. They're wanted men. They got the death sentence in 12 systems.
She'll walk
That's
back.
That's the
she'll
death
walk
sentence
back
in 12
over.
counties.
Yeah, I've died in 12 counties. Hoping to make this 13th.
I have a war pony
Ray.
named Lil Bit.
Hello, Gym Squad.
Molly, hi Molly. Molly, this is how we talk now. So what we do.
Talks now.
Molly, I heard Wade broke his pinky.
Toe pinky
After trying to mess with you.
A pinky
So-
toe. Molly, the voice modulator. The little sound effect box at our old house.
Is this true?
And when I
Were you
ran into the
cursed?
door frame from your computer. A lot of
She's
ones.
witch.
Oh.
Well,
Well, we got all
hell
those
yeah, that's
20s
my wife.
earlier. Huh.
Yeah, he broke his pinky toe. It was so funny. LOL.
It was funny. I was being a jackass. I got what I deserved.
It was funny for you.
Call an ambulance for me. Cool.
So, anyways, so the owl comes
my
out. You
notes,
put your
yeah.
hand forward, and it takes a couple hops back. So you're a little bit disappointed. You turn around, and he's produced his notes, and he's kind of looking them over. He can kind of hand the notes over to you now. Messy, what degree of, like, I suppose, organization do you have your notes in? Is these like, because you're not like a trained doctor, but like, how do you keep these?
Probably by patient. He would have, or patient, air quotes, victim. He would have each like person, their name, their vitals, and then things that he like found interesting about their injuries, and then he would see connections. And when he saw a connection between one patient and another patient, he would maybe circle it a certain way, or like put a star next to it, so that he can go through like these different symbols and kind of match up all the lines he's drawn in his head. But nothing really formal, really just like notes like you would do in class, kind of a thing.
Would you be explaining this like to her as we're looking at it, or is it just something that you're kind of letting me read over your shoulder kind of deal?
Yeah, he would lay it out and be like, that's what I'm talking about. And he'd like maybe point to like one line and be like, look, see, this guy said that he was sick, and he didn't feel good, and then the next day he was missing. And same with this guy. He was bitten by something in the road, and then he went missing too. So, and then he would kind of like just start like just completely rambling about all the different connections all
Conspiracy
these people
theorist.
have. And
Jesus.
yeah,
Puts on tinfoil hat.
There is no Pepe Sylvia.
Moving on.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't get that
It's Always
reference. I stopped watching It's Always Sunny after Rickety Cricket got even more depressing.
I saw the theme song once.
The theme song? Oh, the opening intro.
That's part I got, you know.
Cool, dude. Yeah, that's a good start. You should go watch them.
So the owl
Maybe an
hopped
episode.
back and they looked over their conspiracy theory notes.
So Reena, when you're looking over these notes, why don't you go ahead and roll me an intelligence check with advantage? And
God.
Reena, please.
Above a 10.
Yeah, just like at least one of them in double digits.
You gotten one so far today.
Well, you get 2 tries, right?
Well, is that good
This
enough?
is how it goes with Rena, I think. It's either the left
It's
or
one
the
or the
right.
other. Yeah.
It's either a 1 or a 20.
You know, Rena, we picked you as the Witcher because you had the best rolls ever.
Welcome, chat, to our Witcher campaign thus far.
The rolls are made up.
That's like
The
5
results
ones to
Nothing
120.
matters.
Jesus. All right. So, anyways, you are able to look over the notes and look at what he has in there, kind of like all the different patients, what they've gone through, and you've noticed something pretty consistent across all the patients. All of them have absolutely been encountering specifically vampires, different types of vampires. In their encounters. So looking at the different types of bites and whatnot that stand out, that are there, you get able to identify specifically all the patients that he's seen has either faced, it was actually 2 specific ones. It was Fledgers, which literally every one of the patients that he's had that has encountered Fledgers, they after being visited once or twice with like crazy stories, they just were never seen or heard from again, as you can imagine, because, you know, their Fledgers are kind of big and scary, so it would easily be able to outtake them. And the other one, this is the one that makes you like, okay, cool, this is actually something you could work with. There's Plumards as well. Plumard is almost like a bat-like creature. It's a vampire, but they're much smaller in size. They're about the same size as like a rat, but like a city rat. It's like a good size to them, but they have big bat-like wings and they fly around. When they're smaller in size, they tend to like, if they just happen to be younger, they tend to swarm their targets. When they're bigger in size, maybe like 3 or 4 will attack the same target, which wouldn't be quite considered a swarm. But they tend to move around in small groups for when they attack their targets. Either way, the idea that vampires that we're describing here aren't like true vampires, right? These are like lesser, like kind of like not sapient minded vampires. Usually they just, when they get hungry, they eat and that's it. The idea that these vampires are consistently attacking the same targets over and over and over again means one of 2 things. One, They just happen to be in an area where these people live, and that absolutely sucks for those people. But cross-referencing the notes, that his notes did not start off with where these people lived, because they just did not matter at first. But his later notes for later patients he was taking care of realized that the patients are actually kind of spread out, which means that it's less likely where they live unless there's just a great number of them that are these people are unfortunately happen to live near, or more than likely, for some reason, these vampires are consistently returning to the same target over and over and over again, which goes directly in line with what it was that you had experienced literally a day and a half ago, when the vampire that you had faced beforehand hunted you down specifically, running past much easier targets to consume. Worked in your favor for the sake of their safety, but nonetheless, not a very good thing to be experiencing. This all being said, it very much comes to mind that there's something more at work here than there simply being vampire kin about. There's something that's making them do this. Most likely some sort of curse.
Do you share all that with me?
Yeah, she would. Kind of as you're pointed out,
Hey,
you
can
know.
you repeat all that again?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
a lot of vampire, bad. Prob's cursed.
But who?
Rob's curse.
Who would curse a vampire?
So Reena,
Werewolf.
you get the natty 20 here. So obviously with this game, we chose that those have a little extra stuff involved. So you know the curses aren't necessarily somebody puts a curse on you. Sometimes curses just happen due to circumstance and location and so on and so forth. It could be one of those two things. However, what kind of curse this is, you honestly won't know until you've actually encountered those vampires, killed them, and kind of like checked them out, found out kind of what's involved. That's really the only way you can start trying to, or at least check out their nest. And you're definitely not going to want to check out their nest until you probably have a more functioning sword.
Yeah.
So,
Swords are for chumps, dude.
And the other few vampires that you brought up were I knew were weaker than like the Alp.
oh yeah.
Same.
Fledgers are absolutely weaker than Alps, but still not weak by, like, you could take on a Fledger one-on-one, absolutely no problem. 2-on-1 most likely. Your friends would be screwed. They're not Witchers, right? And then the Plumards, they're not that bad, honestly.
Okay.
It's just that they move quick, and they tend to, for those that don't have the ability to see at night as easily as you do, you know that they can be a bit difficult. You know that you actually know from your Witcher training that if you are going to face something like a Plumard, one of the best things to do is actually have Cat Potion on you, because it gives you the ability to see them at much greater distances, so you don't have like your defenses kind of reduced from them swooping in and attacking you rapidly and flying off.
Yeah, that's true. Do I get the sense of location on any of these? I know you said that there were a lot of them and they were spread out, but are any of these instances like more recent that like be likely to figure out like where they're at?
You don't know the area well enough to take the locations that he has written there to define them, but if you show this information to Dorian, he most likely does, because he knows this area very well. But we'll wait until you kind of like come across and share that with him to get that answer.
Okay. Can we take these with us? She asking.
Sure. I don't need to keep them here for any particular reason.
I'm not as familiar with the area. It would make more sense to pin down some sort of perimeter that they're within, but it seems like there's several of them.
Well, do my notes say where each person was attacked? Would I have written that down?
Yeah. That's what we were discussing. Not the first few people, because the first few people, it wasn't noteworthy. But after, like, I would say probably about a third the way in, you started taking notes, and then about 2/3 the way in, you took much more specific notes.
Do I have a map in here?
No map. And like I said, when you speak to Dorian, he can kind of piece it together for you.
Okay, that's fine.
I can tell you where the map store is.
It's right next to the butcher's.
Little welcome center right outside
Walked
town.
right past it. Shoot.
A welcome center.
Tourist center.
Welcome to ye
Welcome
old
to this shit.
Customer
info
service.
center.
Yeah.
How may I help you?
All the
Have
information.
conversion rates for money here too.
Nice.
Take a peppermint patty.
But you
Ooh,
definitely
like
know.
Bravo.
You definitely know that the Plumards are going to be finding themselves inside caves. They're going to want to be very removed from sunlight. They're going to want to have a good amount of safety from that sort of a thing, where they can kind of gather together. What are they called? Fledgers. They generally will find themselves inside caves or crypts or whatnot if those are about. They can also hold themselves up at abandoned locations, as opposed to the Alp, who seems to have taken over somebody's location. They most likely are also kind of retreated. So it is possible that if you found the cave complex, it has both of those inside there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
So she would explain to you, Amber. I'm definitely going to need my, the sword that Derb is crafting before taking on anything further.
Right.
Um,
I think I hear him working on it now.
Ding, 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 ding.
kind of a bop.
Sounds
The more ingredients that I can find, the more potions I can prepare beforehand will also make quite the difference. Some of these I can take
Right,
on
well,
alone. The Alp, not so much.
Rena, that being said, before he responds, go ahead and roll me a nature check. Make sure it's normal. Messy, go ahead and respond.
If you can find me a picture of the.
Do you wanna look
birds I'm
that?
Looking for, I might be able to navigate to them.
What is the? We don't have a button.
Oh, yeah,
I
there
didn't
is. You
activate it.
have to
Yeah,
activate it. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta do it.
Do you have a
I
button?
still
Thank you.
Nature Sense and Monster Lore. Is that still what we're? No, that's not. What
Wait, how do you get luck? What is this?
So luck comes to you from chat. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. So far, only one person gave you luck. It was actually Barry Allen, which big shout out to Barry Allen. Barry Allen, like 3 years ago, no jokes, got the Lost
Gave us
Initiative. Lost Initiative logo as a tattoo on his arm, which is like super fucking cool. So like he actually legit has the Lost Initiative tattoo right here, which is
Sorry to hear that, Barry.
fucking awesome.
Sorry to hear that. Condolences, Barry.
But he actually is also the first person to give you guys luck, gave you guys one luck. And just so you guys who are not familiar with it, that's Wade and Pat. If you actually, in the top right-hand corner of your Roll20 menu, next to the settings cog, there's a hamburger menu. If you
Already got it.
If you click that and click the luck, roll luck button to put it into your bar, so it'll then be in the bottom left-hand corner for you. Anytime you roll luck, you'll see how much you have because it says it underneath there. It'll show you how much luck is left. One person gave you luck. She used it. Therefore, now there's 0 luck left in the pool. So that's how you know how much luck is in the pool, is by rolling luck. Sometimes you'll be like, I want to roll luck, and there's none in there. And what happens when you do that? Pat, can you roll me luck, please?
Sure, man.
Aww. That's what happens.
Well, how do we fill up the pool with luck?
So you guys aren't allowed to do so because you can never affect a campaign that you're a part of.
Wade closes his wallet.
But the viewers are able to do so by spending initiative. For they gain initiative and then they spend it. And initiative will come just as you're watching the game, and then there's all the other stuff that I'd mentioned earlier.
So let me get this straight. They watch your streams to gain your currency, and then they spend said currency on your games.
By hovering over the screen, they can click on the little Lost Initiative icon and spend their initiative.
Correct.
Derek,
To
is
get
that legal?
Derb a rune?
There is
Kelly rolled
hold on.
another 20
Hold
for
on.
rune, by the
To
way.
be clear, there is no rune one on there yet, but there will be rune on there in the future. I'm not even joking with that. There's already an herb one on there. So
Fuck you.
if the herb one
Can you
gets too
put
obnoxious, I might
can
increase
you
the
put one for
value.
Dorian for just a door to be kicked down for me?
If I put one on there, it'd be for Dorian to sing a song about doors.
Can we get a counter for every door that he's knocked?
We can do a counter for that,
So
just
far
not at
it's
the
2.
moment. Yeah, just not yet, but we
I
can.
need to knock one more door down, then I get a stat up, right, Scott? That's what you said.
Kelly's getting pushy. I think I might have to purge her in chat. Take a 1 second time
Give
out.
it to me
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Wait, only
gotta
if you
roll
get a
for it.
natty 20 right now,
And
Kelly. Do it.
Kelly and Derek roll off.
Go ahead,
That's
Kelly.
mean. She's rolled
Let's
like
do
18
a roll
of
off.
them.
All right, Kelly,
Just
you roll.
off.
Kelly, you roll.
Scott's gonna
It's
cheat. He's
insane.
gonna do the
Yeah,
Scott.
he's gonna
You
do
better
his
not use your
DM.
cheat command.
Oh, he's gonna get a 21.
I'm gonna look. There it is. There's the cheat.
I rolled a 20. Oh, look at that. Oh man.
Kelly, if you roll a 20, you guys tie.
Whoa! No! No, well, she rolled a 20 to fail. She rolled a 20. She rolled a 20 to fail.
my
She
God.
rolled a 20
No,
to
get
fail.
fucked.
She rolled a 20
Get
to fail.
fucked.
No, she
Get
failed. She
fucked.
natty 20 failed. She failed. As I said.
Oh my god.
No. You do your little dumb freaking roll without your little command.
Oh. No, I rolled same as everybody else. I got a natty 20.
Look, I rolled to cancel out Scott and got a 20.
Alright,
It's like
stop-
Kelly wins.
Stop the count. Stop the count.
I think.
Kelly wins.
Just saying. Wow. Football's on his fourth or her fourth or their fourth. Natty 20. That's ridiculous.
Huh? Looks like you got to roll legit. I rolled a 20. It's a crit success.
Oh wow. I gotta change that command. So anyways, you guys back to the game. Reena, with your 13, because you rolled a 9 plus 3. Let me scroll back up so I can be said. Your 9 plus 3. With your 13, you actually, as you're talking about herbs and whatnot, he's like, maybe you could describe me some more. You actually look around the barn and you realize that this barn is old and beat up and nasty enough. There might actually be some green.
Oh, come on.
Some
Well,
green,
yeah.
some green mold in here.
Mushrooms.
Oh, what?
No,
Okay.
no,
Oh,
green
green
mold.
mold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you look at your out, you actually are able to find some green mold, and with a yeah,
What the fuck? That's
Sick.
so mean.
absolutely. And you go over there and you're able to extract the green mold. Just roll me a survival check real quick.
Okay.
And let's see how much you get.
Oh, you're talking about the goop on my walls. Yeah, that's healthy, right? I've been putting it in my salad every morning.
You're actually able to get 2
mold.
things of green mold, so you can kind of add that to your thing.
2 things.
Okay.
And so like
Clumps.
this.
I just want to say that's the highest total number Rena's rolled outside of that advantage 20.
I'm proud of you, Reena. You're making great strides.
It's a natty 10. Good job, Reena.
So proud.
Awesome.
Great. Awesome. Okay, thanks.
And you guys are able to kind of like head back towards Dorian, talking about different herbs and whatnot, and discussing those kind of details to see how it works. How he can be of greater aid in the future.
Sorry,
Did you want to speak further any more about the notes or whatever that you had there? Or are you waiting to get back to the rest of the party?
yeah, I'll just wait. We're gonna have to do this again.
Okay. So Kelly rolled natty 1 that cancels all of the 20s she's ever rolled. So
Fuck you.
when you guys get back to rejoin the party, you can see that they come walking in and they have a good number of what are they called? Of papers in their hands as they walk in. We can say that the walk to his location and coming back only took like half the day, Reena. So
Okay.
you're able
Half
to.
a day. That's how far Wade was a couple days ago.
Oh,
He was
Jesus.
7
Well,
weeks
no, now
away.
you guys are in the same town. I'm only a week away.
Oh.
You keep going to the wrong buildings.
It's only a
Isn't
3 days
stopping.
hike to get back to where the vampire was.
We have to walk uphill to leave and to get back.
On our horses, it's going to take twice as long.
Through the snow.
Back to the game.
We-
So,
We
so
have to carry them.
you guys go walking in, and Derb is working in the workshop, but the blacksmith has happened to step out himself, so you guys could easily go and kind of fill him in on the details while he's working if he doesn't mind. Able to find Dorian relatively easily. He was practicing his posture, standing there, planting one foot firmly, straighten his back, stick out his butt a little bit, and he's like, huh, huh, with his other foot, practicing that form.
Or kicking.
What
What?
is that?
My Harry Potter Hannibal Lecter crossover
Oh
because
my-
Oh
Ron
my
eating
God.
the rat. Ron eating the rat.
Jesus.
Harry
Moving on.
Lecter? That's a terrible name.
Oh, and the little barn owl came with me, by the way.
Cute.
Harry Lecter.
Red Mill,
That's
thank
fucking.
you.
That's disgusting. Please don't talk anymore.
Hannibal Potter.
Okay, that's worse. That's way worse. I stand corrected. It did get worse.
So we would walk towards you with the information and just I'd say to you, Dorian, you are quite familiar with the area, are you not?
Dorian.
Dorian's still being kind of. How long has it been? About a couple hours, maybe.
Yeah, they've been gone for about half a day, so it's like late afternoon now.
So they've been about 5 hours or so, roughly.
Yeah. There studying
So,
back.
It's a full rest.
Yeah. Would I need to roll anything for this, or would it just be?
No, you
a-
just know.
Oh yeah, I could.
Yep,
Okay.
you just know.
Yeah. I used to. I grew up recently. Not recently. I grew up here when I was younger. I grew up here recently. I grew up here when I was younger. I could easily show you.
I'm 12 minutes old.
Hello.
She'll go on to explain. Seems there's more than just the one vampire in the area. Unfortunately.
Josh is so funny.
I don't even see Josh.
He said Ophios can say that.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you need these ingredients for, if I can ask?
If I bring up the ingredients. I don't know that I would assume he'd know, so I would just say,
I'd probably have some kind of grasp at it, but I probably wouldn't let you know.
they're for potions. I use them to help me in combat.
I've heard
For
of these
other things.
legendary Witcher potions. Almost makes you some kind. Would I know to a degree of what they would do?
You just know that they're like almost like enhancements.
I was gonna say that they make them almost like a
Super.
legendary warrior of sorts.
Unless they last more than 4 to 6 hours, in which case she needs to consult with
With me.
Bear immediately.
With me.
Depends on the toxicity level.
Interesting. Well, how far of a trek would it be, Scott, for us to go and procure these ingredients?
I guess it depends on what we're looking for.
So you my apologies, for you to go and find the ingredients for the potions. Depends on what potions you're looking for, like she just said. As for like the different locations where the you're talking about people who like lived and kind of like figuring that out on a map, you'd be able to do that no problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
she would say I'm wanting to pin down a perimeter for where these vampires might be hunting.
Well, count me in. Just call upon me when you need me.
And then she might show you, I guess, some of Imber's notes, and like point out some of those locations and get your opinion on it.
I hearted all my eyes on my notes.
I know not what this means, but I believe it is an eye. Just for his reference.
I believe it.
Wait.
Again,
Scott,
I
what
don't need
did
to
you do?
roll anything for this, Scott, right? I would just intrinsically know where all these locations would be, or kind of a guess of where they would be.
Yeah, you just kind of like know where they are because you like where they're describing and stuff like that as they described it to Messi's character. You would just go like, oh yeah, okay, oh I know where this is.
So
So
a giant rock to the north of town. Oh, okay.
and while at first kind of like looking this over, you might be able to kind of map it out in your head, sort of a thing. You might end up like grabbing a stick and going to the ground and being like, oh, it's kind of like here, and this is like over here. That's something very rough. It doesn't have to be like you're actually drawing anything, right? Just kind of like a little, and then you get to the idea like, oh, I actually know exactly. Kind of like it looks like most of these places.
They're making a transmutation circle. Oh God. Oh no.
The entire city.
It looks like the location where most of this seems to be taking place, where most of the area seems to be taking place, is actually over alongside the river that's to the northwest of where you are. So again, probably about a half day,
6 day walk.
half day
half
travel.
day
Actually, no,
walk?
you guys all have horses now.
Oh,
3
yeah.
days.
Oh, so
3 day
so
walk.
you actually can move much quicker than that to get there. You actually know this cave because you remember it's not very, very large in size from when you and, as a kid, just kind of being stupid and hanging out in that area, would spend some time inside of it. But it does go in a bit of ways. It's just not like crazy huge. You actually are familiar with the cave because it literally exists, not to sound too funny here, it literally exists underneath one of the bridges that are over there. It was a cave that kind of like was discovered while they were crafting the bridge. The loose rock over there kind of like tumbled outwards, and because you don't usually build a bridge on top of something so like a cave, because you want more structurally sounds beneath your bridge. But it was just kind of was discovered along the way. So you actually know exactly where this is.
What do you know about what I want under my bridges?
I like good old fashioned troll under my bridge. All right, so I imagine we all Would we have already taken our horses to go, or would this just be like
No,
me
you're
mapping
probably
and
gonna-
showing
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Atulia?
You're going to want to wait for Wade to finish the sword.
Atulia.
It's done.
Wade.
Yes.
Sword's done.
Pog champ.
Yeah, she would
Exactly.
tell you though, like before we go, because like there's a risk of there being a
A door.
forget the name of the
A
the
door.
one starts with a P.
Mahogany
The
door.
vampires.
A vampiric door.
There's
Could hit
two of
that
them
easily.
that are
Two
less.
doors?
Alps and Brooks or
Nope,
Boxers.
those were the other ones. The Alp is the
Oh.
one that's chasing.
a
me.
pygmy and a plume.
No.
Yeah, that's it. You got it. Wow.
See?
You
Pygmy
remembered.
and a plume.
Anyway, she'd say there were two less strong vampires, I guess, that could be
lesser, yeah,
residing in
lesser
that area. Yeah. So it would make more sense to have the better weapon before heading there.
Okay.
Now's when we have that dialogue option that pops up in the game where it's like, would you care to proceed? This you won't no looking back now. And then we click the button and then like we fast forward and the sword's done.
Actually, yeah, somewhere along those lines. So, with at this point in time done, you guys have pretty much figured out everything you needed to. There's a little bit of downtime, like you just said. Which case, Reena, if there were any last second ingredients you wanted to get your hands on, now would be the time. While Wade is finishing up the sword, you guys will be able to continue staying inside this area. I'm going to charge you guys some gold for having staying inside these rooms, because it's not like you have, your own
Like in
house.
Bear's rooms?
No.
I thought he owned it was his facility.
It's a
Oh
facility.
no, we went there
I own a barn.
and then came back to her.
I own
the
a barn, a
inn that we're
whole
at.
barn.
Correct.
A rusty barn.
So, Reena, are there any other potions that you would have focused on trying to get your hands on the ingredients for? Or are you good with your white Raffords?
The Thunderbolt one would be good.
Yeah, Thunderbolt and Shrike are really good. And then, as I mentioned before, and Cat is a useful one, specifically when dealing with one of those creatures or inside areas of
that one
darkness.
might.
And Thunderbolt and Lightning, very, very frightening me.
Oh,
Me, Galileo.
You're welcome, everyone.
God damn it,
Oh,
football.
maybe the cat one would be advantageous.
Yeah, football rolled a 20 for the cat one.
Yeah, let's do that one. Also, quick question: in terms of making these potions or putting them together, how long does that take me? Does it cost?
Short
anything?
rest. Yeah, you just use your ingredients, you do it during a short rest, and then you can drink them.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
So, sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, you're fine. If you tell Messy, hey, I need honeysuckle, he knows what that is. It's a very common plant. He can
Okay.
actually do that one for you, or you can go and try to purchase some sulfur. That would actually not be too difficult. You're literally inside of a forge.
Oh, true.
Like you're in a there's sulfur right there.
Just sitting around.
It's
yeah.
it's almost like
You just.
Are you guys inside of a forge? That's where I'm at.
Yeah, because we all
Yeah, we're in
came
your forge.
to tell everybody the plan, so we're all talking.
Oh,
We're
did
standing
you
behind-
mention any of the plants to me? I'm good at nature. I could help locate plants, right?
well, he can cast a spell locate plants. You can actually actively find them while out inside the field, so you can be helpful with that by a lot. Mhm.
I got a spell called locate plants. What's it called?
would I not just have knowledge of where all these plants grow? Because oh, come on.
You're not an
Ooh,
herbalist.
Honeysuckle is. Oh.
You're a babylist.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I would want more of the honeysuckle then. In that case.
Yeah, you do. So
Yeah, I do.
Latest.
so
Suckle my honey.
why don't you cast your spell there, Messy, to go and
What's the weather gonna be tomorrow?
and Reena, why don't you go ahead and make me your your survival check.
Hey, come on! I cast it legit.
Oh, that's hilarious. So Rita, you are able to, after his casting the spell and trying to find honeysuckle, most of the honeysuckle he finds is too immature. It's too young with the casting of the spell, or you unfortunately aren't able to gather it the right way. You find one honeysuckle. However, Solo Wolf was nice enough to give you one of these.
Who's that? My hero.
So you actually happen to, you actually happen to come across, as you're out there searching for this stuff, looking for what it is that you need, you end up coming across some Funny enough, you actually find, and this might be a little alarming, you literally find a cockatrice feather.
What?
LOL. How did this get out of the inn?
Yeah, alarming. Yeah. That's random. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that possible that there's one of those in the area too? Oh,
It's
great.
literally
Oh,
what
I see. I see. That's the. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how you broke that down here.
Mm-hmm.
I understand now.
Yep. So you have to find a cockatrice feather. But the inn's like a day's ride away, don't forget. So the better part of a day.
Oh, it's a day's.
It's the better part of a day.
It's half a day. It's a short ride. It's 3 days. We don't know how far
3/4 of
it
a
is.
day.
A better
Universe
part
is
of a day
expanding.
is not a whole day.
It's not half a day. It
I
was
said
half a day
like
before.
a day, better part of a
As
day.
Each session goes
Oh,
on, it
Jesus
gets longer
Christ.
and longer.
Yeah, the universe expands.
Man, we went
at a
half a
rapid
day
rate.
out from the inn, and now it's a whole day behind us.
1 week from now, it'll take a year to cross the stream.
Moving on. So continuing. Woo, hype train
That
inbound.
bridge right there,
Alright,
yeah, that'll
could I
take
get-
4 days to cross.
Do you jump
Could
the
I pick
river
up
or do you
some
caulk
of
the
the
wagon and
sulfur, too?
float?
You can take the sulfur as long as you either hide the fact that you're taking from Derb or Derb doesn't care. You can absolutely grab like 4 things of sulfur. Absolutely.
Do I need it for anything?
No, it just doesn't belong to you.
Oh, then I'd ask. I'm sure these guys wouldn't care. They learned a lot about my crafting method.
Why don't you go ahead and roll a persuasion with advantage, Wade?
Done.
Once you figure out how to do it,
He hasn't rolled in 5 sessions.
I've forgotten how.
open your character sheet.
Whoop whoop, hype train. Bring on the hype.
On the
Appreciate
left.
help, not to cause a fuss, but would you mind sparing some sulfur for us?
Wade, do you
Nice
want?
pair I have.
Wade, do you want to luck that?
Do we have luck?
It's one way to find out.
He's gonna laugh at us if we don't have it. Remember
Honestly, no. You know what? I think I've got a good enough relationship with these people where 13's high enough.
Yep, they're actually going to give you 1 thing of sulfur for free, no questions. Yep, and they'll sell you the rest of it really cheap. So if you spend another 3 gold, Reena, you can have 3 more sulfur. Sulfur. I said
will
sulfur.
do so. I will do so.
You
Cool.
just got a free sofa.
So I have 4, you say?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I don't
No
wanna use
problem.
a luck for buying sulfur.
Perfect.
Three,
So
okay.
you get your hands in some more, and I believe you have the ingredients now to pull off what you need.
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah. 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 hmm
Because you were talking about cat, so I think you're good.
One of those and a white Rafford.
Yep. All right. Perfect. So continuing on, you guys are we're flashing forward to the end, and Wade, you get to do the big reveal. So you've been working on your fucking ass off on this thing, and okay, and
Big
you've
flash.
you finally been able to work on this. There's one thing I do need you to roll for me, Wade. Okay, I said it would have multiple rune slots, but I didn't say how many rune slots. Okay,
All right.
I know. I'm mean
Roll
like that.
10d10.
Maximum rune slots you can put into it is 3. So it's either going to be 2 or 3 because it's multiple, right? So this is what I'll let you do. You can roll any die you want. I'm making it 50-50. Roll any die you'd like, okay? And if it's odd, it's 3. If it's even, it's 2.
Cool.
Can we luck
Thankfully, I
this
saved
roll?
that luck dice.
Yeah.
Actually, that could affect it. Yeah. If you choose a D20 roll, it does affect
So
it.
odd, it's even. Wait, what was it? Odd, it's what?
Odd, it's 3. Even, it's 2 to line it up. Mm-hmm.
Just fucking with a bottle cap and I lost it. Oh, is that it?
That doesn't work.
You said any dice I wanted.
Yeah. Any actual dice. Any
That is an
physically,
actual dice.
any physically
Roll a
represented
D20 so you can
die.
use luck.
If you roll a D20, you can restock. Exactly.
3 for 3.
That's fine.
Hey! So it actually has 3 rune slots built inside of this thing. So Wade, I'm going to allow you to describe the way that the sword looks and present it to the group.
Oh, I have extensive knowledge of Witcher blades and rune slots.
Quickly Googles.
So, it's
Google
a
images.
And you can
long sword.
you can name it too if you'd like. Just saying.
So it's a gold
Oh.
gauntlet that holds all the gems.
I now pronounce. I present to you the
the
schlong.
silver bit.
Over.
I like it. I like it.
Right.
What does it look
Yeah.
like?
By far the greatest blade Derb has ever crafted. Honestly, Derb wouldn't even
Really?
talk in rhyme. He actually would be so proud. Like, I don't know. He would probably like just present. He'd be talking. He'd be so focused on like the blade. He wouldn't even like rhyme about it. He would. It's definitely the finest
cup
blade I've ever
holder,
been a part of making. I
four-wheel
think
drive.
the pressure of wanting to impress the Witcher really just helped motivate me. We have 3 slots for runes as you come across them, or have them already. I'm not sure, but you can enhance it that way. The blade just beautifully flying's a word. You can see the hilt is very holdable. Derb doesn't know much about swords.
Got a nice grip to it.
Very fine. You know.
Here.
Is there like a leather wrapped around like the hilt of it? Like what color is
Probably.
it? Black.
That sounds
Brown,
like a thing
red
that might
leather.
be.
Is there like an engraving that you added to it? Something like
a picture of all the little plants, so you know which one is which.
you did it.
No.
Oh.
I've had a week to do this. What do you think I did on my downtime?
Hey guys, the sword's done, but it's not ready yet.
It's perfectly balanced, so smooth. Fits
Nice.
perfectly in the sheath, and the shimmer makes your current silver sword look like an actual, like, dildo quality bullshit. You look at that floppy shit, you just want to toss it around. That thing's so used and worn. This one, though, pristine. You get your hands on this pup, you don't want to let go,
Hard to.
Is that your experience with dildos? Is they're floppy and well used?
I plead the 5th. And the 69th.
Okay. never
Got
mind.
him. That's a real one. Look it up.
Well, chat, you heard it on the internet, so it must be true.
Let me look it up really quick.
I guess my last question is like Scott was attempting to point out the hilt of it. Is it like perfectly kind of like straight across? Is it like at an angle, kind of like how the two swords?
You probably would have taken the sword you had and tried to mimic the whatever that shape was of that one to keep it similar, so that way you'd be familiar with the way it goes. So if your other sword had like a particular, grip to it, like I said, he would have tried to mimic that. So it probably looks very similar in style to your old sword, but just much better condition.
She would take it from you, kind of testing the weight, like
You okay there, Scott?
looking at it, holding it. What?
Your descriptions have enticed Treadmill. I am not going on
Oh, no.
Twitter for a
No.
month. Not going on Twitter until
No,
2021.
I'm
Oh,
deleting my
look.
Twitter.
I was afraid of what November would bring. Oh God.
This is pure agony.
Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, here we go.
Anyway, that's silver bit. Is it done now, or does it still need to be like
I
over the
think
next
it's
couple
good to
days?
go.
No, it's 100% done. Silverbit is what you name it.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
tell her.
shit.
You tell her that's what you named it.
He would let you call it whatever you wanted to. He wouldn't want to like take away like your ability.
She
to, like,
wouldn't
name.
rename it if that's
would-
what you said.
Yeah, he would say like, silver bit. You notice he has like a really bad way of naming things: small bit, silver bit. And you wonder if maybe he gave himself his own last name. No, that can't be.
If he crafts you a sword to help get you in shape, he's gonna call it the Fitbit.
Take a hit.
Can I mute you?
No,
And
I am
Try.
captain now. Look at me. Look at me. I am captain now.
Once.
All right, silver bit. It's canon in real
No,
Witcher lore.
I'm not
Yep,
saying
it's
the.
the
I'm just
canon.
captain. The is implied.
No, it's not.
It's implied. I am a captain now.
I am a
It
captain.
might be complicit, but it's not implicit. That wasn't a sex pun. That was just words.
I think it was.
Okay, so you guys have the sword together. You have everything ready. I think
What are
everybody
the
here.
stats on this thing? It's got to be somewhat better than the normal one, the old one, right? Like it's got to have more something because the other one was so shit.
It's high durability. and it has the ability to take the temporary runes can actually be placed inside. The runes can actually be placed inside of
It's
it.
more useful against like certain monsters though, right? Because it's more pure silver.
Silver will be.
Yeah.
Correct. So what I was saying is, to go over this again, what I was saying is because the system is just so simplistic in 5e, I was saying more or less that monsters have different tiers. Like, remember I was talking about the let me make sure I have the name correctly for you. The plumards, as like a vampire type. So silver will hurt plumards, no problem whatsoever. Da, 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 da. So if you have a silver weapon, you cut them, it's going to hurt them. But when you deal with a creature like an alp, which is like much more powerful, much more like refined of a monster. The shitty silver sword, like the low quality silver we were talking about originally, that's not going to be as effective against them as it would be against, like, say, a plumard. So this where you went the middle tier silver, this is going to work on pretty much every type of monster you come across. There's going to be very, very few creatures that require like that more pure, that like ultra high tier quality of silver to allow you to kind of like cut through their defenses, right?
So
And
with
this
this sword, as the great like Ozzy once said, no more tears. Right?
correct.
Cool. All right, solved that. We can move on.
Okay. Anyways,
Let's
so
take our 3-day hike back now.
no, you don't need to take a hike. Because you're actually going northwest of here as opposed to going east northeast. Back to that inn. You're actually going northwest of here
Hours travel.
to for about a half-day travel. To where the cave is. And the fun thing about this is when you guys do finally head over there, are you going to be heading in there during the day or the night?
Whatever the Witcher says to do. We trust her rolls.
The daytime.
Perfect. So you'd probably actually, that last day when he gives you the sword, everybody would probably, except for Dorian, would probably go to bed relatively early so you can wake up when it's still like before sun rises in the morning and start your trek out. So like when you're halfway there, the sun's kind of coming up to give you a full day while you're there. And then when you finally finish that half day hike to get over to where the bridge is, you would stop, take a short rest, and this would be when, of course, Reena would craft her potions during the short rest. So she has.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, I do want to point out to everybody that reminder, because it's been so many days, everybody's at full HP. Everybody has all their spells and abilities. Everybody has all HD back, okay? So everything's fully returned to you.
Thank God, I was getting low.
Derb on his war pony and everybody else on their horses are going to be making that trek early in that morning and heading their way up to the northwest over to where that bridge is, as we discussed beforehand. Reena has her ingredients. We're going to take a quick break, and she can kind of make a decision on which potion she's going to make with the ingredients she has on hand. And then when we come back, we're actually going to have them finally exploring the cave and seeing what the fluff is going on, and maybe preparing to figure out what they're going to do with the Alp afterwards. So everybody... We'll be back in a moment. As a reminder, I'm going to put up a credit screen to say thank you to everybody as it is. Oh, actually, one quick more announcement before we jump on this break. Sorry, one quick more announcement. Due to the fact that we're entering into Christmas season, which has its impact, and the fact that it's Christmas season with COVID, things are going to be a little bit wonky with the Lost Initiative schedule just for the next few weeks. It should be consistently wonky. So in short, I will not be available until about 10 p.m. So just because I'm going to be getting out of work later for the next few weeks because of just the way the schedules are being affected at work. So we should be going live instead of at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We should be going live at 10-ish. And I do very much apologize for the ish. We should always be live and running by 10:15 p.m. Eastern as opposed to 9 p.m. Eastern, usually at 10 on the nose, but I have to give you a heads up about that additional 15 minutes in case I'm running a few minutes late, because the way it's going to work in short is I'm going to get out of work, drive like a madman to get here, already have the stream set up so I can more or less press like seven to 8 buttons and go live. So I should be good for 10 o'clock most of the time, and I do sincerely apologize for the impact this is going to have on the stream. But it's only until January, and then things will be back to normal the first week of January. What is New Year's Day? What day of the week is that? It's it's a Tuesday.
Friday.
Oh, no, sorry, it's a Friday. Okay, cool. So that doesn't... Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. So that doesn't impact us at all. Cool. So by probably December 30th, or either the last week of December or the first week of January, things will be back to normal for you guys. Just to give you a heads up, and I do apologize for that. All right. Anyways, let's take our break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and I gotta pee Been drinking lots of coffee. BRB.
Speaking
Where
of
is it?
P, do you think we could like get a plot of land and put a tombstone and just put 2020 when we get to January 1st, and we can all just come take a piss on 2020?
If you want, we could just I can get like our RIP 2020 like fake tombstone for my backyard, and when you guys come over for a visit, we can all just like pee on it together as a team.
I would love to piss in your backyard.
Yeah, but we got to do it together as a team.
Why don't you say yard? Why do you say yard?
I said yard.
Yeah, why don't you say it like a Bostonian though?
Because even though I grew up
Yard.
around Boston, I'm not proud of it.